If you want a business that survives the test of time, you have to stop looking at it as a moneymaker and start seeing it as a vessel for service. I've lived this since day one at Jetboat Pilot. When you consistently solve problems and genuinely care, you earn more than just sales. You earn the milk level of loyalty. One of our customers actually joked that if we sold milk, he'd buy it from us. Now, we definitely don't sell dairy, but we do sell trust. Today, I'm showing you how to turn your service into long term loyalty so you can stop worrying about the future and start focusing on your people. I'm Will. This is Servant CEO. Let's get into it. All right, well, we are back, Servant CEO. This is the last segment of Chapter 3, and we're talking about one of my favorite parts of this whole book, how to turn your service into loyalty. Before we get going into this segment, though, plug in the book, Customer First Business. We're breaking out the entire book, 11 chapters into 11 months. We are now at the end of Chapter 3, hoping to finish this whole book out by the end of 2026. You can find a copy of this book on our website, servantceo.com. Find a copy on Amazon. Look it up under ebook or the Audible version, as well as the paperback. So if you already got a copy of that, get you a copy. It's going to help you a ton. This whole book, we're breaking it all out, but it's really good to have your own copy and follow along. This book was designed for new business owners to really kind of get going, especially if you're going to be an online brand, a DTC type brand, direct to consumer. That's what we've done. This book should help you regardless of what you're setting out to do, but that was our specific lane, direct to consumer manufacturer. And we built a brand over the years that has tremendous influence and reach. And I think what we're teaching here is going to help you a ton too. So if you like what you're seeing here, like, subscribe, all the stuff. Thank you for that. All right, well, let's talk about the thing that's going to get you that loyalty that you can really sell whatever you want. People will just be loyal to you for a long period of time. We experienced something here at Jetboat Pilot that it's very rare. We have a 4.9 star Google rating, which is practically perfect. 5 stars is the top. I've heard it said you don't want 5 stars because if you do have 5 stars, people will think that you cheated. So 4.9 is probably the best you could ask for. The reason why 4.9 is so great is because Google does not allow companies to moderate the feedback or the reviews, meaning at any time someone can go on and put any kind of review out there, and I do not have the ability to hide those negative reviews. All of them show up. I have the ability to go on and to type a response and those sorts of things, and maybe even petition the reviewer to change their review, but I do not have the ability to mask it. And because of that, people trust it a great deal because it's genuine. So having a 4.9 star review for Jetboat Pilot, that means one thing. It means a lot of things, but it means one thing for sure. People like dealing with Jetboat Pilot, and we don't have people that are upset or dissatisfied with what they've experienced at Jetboat Pilot. We've got probably over 160 or 170 5-star reviews, which is not a ton, but by comparison, we're a small company, and not a lot of places get a tremendous number of reviews from Google. It takes a lot for someone to take time out of their day to go sit down and write a review anyway. So we're very proud of the 160 that we have, and most of those being 5 stars. We had a 1-star review one time from a former employee who posted it at 2:00 in the morning. Kind of strange that someone would post something at 2:00 in the morning and leave a 1-star with no text. We recognized his user handle and recognized that he had recently been let go from the company for some issues that we won't talk about. But long story short, with the exception of a couple of oddballs, 5 stars is what we've gotten. The way we achieve a 5-star review or that 4.9 level of service is that we focus on our customers and we treat them as though they are family. We treat them as though they are our nearest of friends, people that we really genuinely care about. It's not that we want to sell them a product and make money off of their purchase. That's a byproduct. That money coming in is a byproduct. But the reason why we found this level of loyalty is because when someone does make the decision to do business with us, we are fanatical about how we treat that customer through the entire process. You know, when someone goes online, let's say that you, for instance, went online last week to, let's say, Amazon. You made a purchase. the whole transaction was probably pretty sterile. When I say sterile, you searched, you found the item, you pressed the button to buy now, and the transaction was done. And over the years, you've gotten to trust Amazon because they've delivered and you felt like that if you needed to return the item, you could get your money back. But you never had a human interaction. I'm sure Jeff Bezos never called you and said, "Hey, thanks." And that's understandable. One guy can't deal with many billions or hundreds of millions of shoppers. But here at JetBoat Pilot, we're a small business. So we don't have nearly as many customers as the Bezos of the world. We do have quite a substantial amount of business, but we have learned over the years that if we take the time to personalize every engagement or every purchase through our website, and connect a human voice, a human personality that has feelings, that cares, that has kindness in their voice, and we connect them with that customer who's just purchased at that highest level of connectedness we're going to see with them when they've given us their money, then we get back a level of trust that is greater than you might see from somewhere else. Let's face it, when you've bought from other websites that you don't know so well, after the transaction is complete, there are sometimes in your mind these little thoughts of, I wonder if I'm going to get that thing. I wonder if it's going to show up on time. I wonder if it's going to perform well. I wonder if I'm going to get my money's worth. And there's probably a litany of other things that you're thinking. But because you didn't have that interaction with a human being, it's very easy to feel that way, to have that level of mistrust. And until you've done business with that company many, many times and had a great experience many, many times, it can be hard to build that level of trust. However, if you do it like we did it, when a customer buys something, we treat them with this level of personalized service. The moment they press the buy button, we're trying to send them a return phone call or email within moments of them pressing the buy button. It's not always possible to do it within moments, but our goal is to do it as quickly as possible once you've committed to the purchase. That means you're getting a phone call from someone in our office just to simply say thank you. And this is really important. I learned this early on. When people receive something that's unexpected and positive, that when they receive kindness or when they receive some sort of specialized, personalized care, they have this obligation, it seems, to give back to you as a business or as an individual. They want to do business with you in the future because you've just done something for them that made them feel appreciated, made them feel respected, made them feel important, like they're not just some number or cog in the machine. That's what we do here at JetBoat Pilot, and it has worked so well. And to have comments like the guy that said he'd buy milk from me, I literally heard this one day. A guy said, "Hey, man, if you guys sold milk, I would buy my milk from you." And he was trying to say, man, if I would buy everything that I need in my life from JetBoat Pilot just because I know that the transaction is smooth and it's always effortless, and you guys are kind and you guys are engaged. And I think people want to do business with people like that. I feel the same way. I would prefer to do business with people that I feel that care about me or that treat me like I'm important. And so that's the secret sauce that we found that works for us. And I want to tell you, it will work for you. But here's the key. A lot of people, they cannot do this personalized, genuine level of care or service. We call it customer care because a lot of people don't have that capacity in their own heart. And so for me, what was most important, I won't get into this too much in this book because I'm trying to keep this book kind of down the road of business coaching. But for me, I got in church, and I found after I got in church that there was a change that happened in my heart, especially when I got saved. And when I really got good and saved, I found that my outlook towards others began to shift. And I began to care about other people as much as I cared about myself. Prior to that, it wasn't the same. And I was a pretty bad dude for a while there, and I was only concerned with myself. Not very proud of that, but I did notice that shift. And so after that shifted, I began noticing, hey, I'm concerned about other people too. So let me share some things with them. Let me help them. Let me provide a service to them. Let me give something. And just by giving, that turned around, and the result, that payoff was people began to give back to me, either in transactions, purchases, respect, comments, thank yous, all the stuff that I've experienced over the years. All that came from service. So I want to tell you, if you want to build a brand that's going to last long term, you do want to have good products, but products, those are let's just set those aside. You want to take care of the customers that you have, and you want to do it every single time. Become fanatical about it. Go out of your way to make sure that every customer you deal with feels like they're important, that they are an individual, that they're a human being. They're not just some number. If you'll do that, set up systems to make that possible for you. For us, we've set it up to where every customer gets a phone call after every transaction. In the early days, maybe you can do that because there's not that many of them to make. Over time, that will get more and more difficult to do. I just hire some extra customer service girls in the front to make those phone calls and to make sure that they're done every day. And that's important for us, and we've kept on doing it. And over the years, we've built something pretty special because of that. You can do the same, and you'll find your own way. I know I had a business partner of mine one day. He would occasionally send out gift cards to his customers, just stick them in the box. He would say, "Hey, thanks." And they'd get their package, they'd open it up, and there's a gift card to Olive Garden. Take your family to dinner tonight on us, Just little surprises like that. You'd be amazed at what little gifts like that do for people, make them feel like, wow, I'm special. They did something special for me. And you're building that loyalty, you're building that trust. It must be said, you got to have great products, right? Your stuff that you're making or selling has got to deliver the goods. It's got to do it well. It's got to solve their problem. We're getting past all that. That stuff's to be kind of understood. You can't get around that. You need to have good products. But once you've gotten that customer, you've gotten that sale, you really need to do a great job of keeping that customer for life. So spend time on them. Be kind to them. Be courteous to them. Pour into them. I'm telling you what, you'll find that over time, you're not going to have to worry about the future of your business because you staying engaged in that marketplace and figuring out where problems are and solving those problems on a regular basis because you're trying to help those people, serve those people, do right by those people. That ultimately ensures that you keep your business in the middle of the road, that you have a long time while that business is going to be going in the right direction. And the cool thing is because you're connected, kind of have your finger on the pulse of that business, you'll know when to pivot. You'll know when to make changes because you're not disengaged. Of course, your customers are going to sense all this. They're going to say, man, this guy's on top of things. Man, they're the tip of the spear. If anybody knows the answer, it's these guys. And you'll become the source for so many to kind of seek you out, find information, and that sort of stuff. So you'll truly be that expert we talked about in previous segments. All right. Well, good. Well, listen, this segment has been one of my favorites. Again, I love talking about serving customers and serving people. This business, the customer first business, is all about taking that idea of service and helping people, and then turning that into a business. ServantCEO.com, Amazon. Check out the book. You can pick it up. We appreciate you watching this video. If this content's helpful to you in any way, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We really appreciate that stuff. Thank you for spending your time with us. Thank you for helping us get this channel going. Share it with your friends. And as always, if you like this content, check this one out.